Okey doke.
Good morning. It's hard to believe it's 43 days now till the election. We started at 100 days in our countdown until the election in November. And this is 43 days to go. Each morning we try to offer a bit of learning on this path to keep us on a holy path toward the election, to keep us from despair, to keep us from giving up, to make sure we believe that we can make a difference. And I'll tell you, for me, we had kind of a magical night last night at the Fuller Dome in Edwardsville, Illinois. Just a really spectacular, amazing place, unassuming but profound. On the 90th, reminds us that we are on the 90th meridian, the Earth's main street, when we are in St. Louis. And what does that mean? It means that there's some kind of thread of connection. Remember that the word for thread
with the earth from the inside.
From the inside of the earth. I just love it.
We were sitting right on it.
Oh, we were sitting
on the 90th
on it. We could. The 90th. It was right there, right where we were.
Goes right through the building.
It goes right through this
Based
beautiful
on Bucky Fuller's
Buckminster
teachings.
Fuller's teachings of the earth. And in the dome, you look up and you see his map of the earth. It shows that we really are one island in one ocean. It also teaches us that you have to go in before you can go out.
Yeah.
And that the concave
That's great.
and the convex are one. They're not different.
Mm-hmm.
The polarities in the geodesic dome come together as one. It's pure religion. It's pure sustainability. Spirituality is.
He's clear about that.
Spirit. It is pure spirituality. It is pure sustainability. It is the connection between. We often say in our teachings that we're trying to bring some healing to the soul of the nation. We did that with the Psalms Project. And now we're trying to do this with this to bring some healing to the soul of the nation that is suffering from so many divides.
Yeah.
And our notion, and certainly Jimmy's book Vigil, and the teachings in Mesilat Yesharim that say, it's not everybody else's fault. Go within, make yourself the best person you could be. And the lovely man who is the director of the Fuller Center for Spirituality and Sustainability in Edwardsville at SIUE, Benjamin, told us that that one of Buckminster Fuller's teachings is that if we want to what did he say exactly?
If it's closed off to you in one place.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So that if you see,
somewhere.
Yeah, if somebody's arguing or you can't fix this, don't become part of the problem. Don't become part of the antagonism or the fight. Go across the street and build something good.
Build something else. Yeah.
Yes. Just do something better.
There's that old,
right?
There's a rabbinic story about the two famous Rebbe's, and I think it happens at a wedding, and there are two houses. The two Rebbe's houses are marrying each other, and so they're got their arms around each other, and they come to a doorway, and there's not room enough for both of them to go through the doorway with their arms around each other. So one of them looks at the other and says, "Well, do we go through the door, or do we bust open a new door?" And the other one says, "Yeah, that's always the question."
It's always the question.
Right.
Oh, I love that. I just love that. And that was the other thing that I kept coming again and again, and in the teachings and the awarenesses and the things of Buckminster Fuller's that were all surrounding us in this spectacular dome, was that there really is one truth. There really is one truth. Let me tell Sarika we'll call her back.
We had a good time to hear. I'm going to read a piece that's from my book it's called The New Year's Conventional Blessing. Because we're coming up on it. We're getting there. We're getting close. Each year, a prayer for the future. We meet the challenge of the future with more than a wish, with more than Happy New Year, though that's the custom. Every year ends in ellipses, ... I'll be right back. This year, the scene between the end of our book and the beginning again, when the war began, and at the new year, we ended Genesis, began Exodus. We are all over seams.
Seams.
Seams. Better a gift and intention and understanding between us. We are trying to know something when knowing is not everything. Only everything is everything. We can begin with an intention, a posture to do better, a transformative image for better days ahead. May it come to us for good, better, anyway. In our book, God created the world as a home for the spirit, a day at a time. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. The other thing we learned about Buckminster Fuller was really prophetic figure was that he was a poet.
Yeah.
He taught poetry at Harvard.
Yeah, he occupied a chair of poetry.
Of course,
for
he
a
was a
while at
poet
Harvard.
as well.
Oh my God.
As a scientist, of course, he was a poet as well as a visionary. Of course, he was a poet as well as a father who lost a child, who almost gave up and then came back to make a difference.
Yeah.
So we're also making our way through Mesilat Yesharim. We did watchfulness, then we did eagerness, and now we're in cleanliness. I don't think we're going to make it through everything, but we'll just keep going with it if we need to.
We're going to get clean now.
But we are also in the last weeks right before the new year. And as you remember, at all other times of the year, Isaiah's yelling at us, telling us we're not doing enough. But during these 7 weeks, Isaiah is giving us comfort, giving us hope.
We pulled out his language of comfort. Here's 6th week. That's last week, and I'll read 7th week, which is this week. Week 6, your light has arrived. You shall shine even in darkness, and God's way will be seen by your light. Lift your eyes all around you. They are all assembled to accompany you, radiant, fearless, and expansive shall be your heart. Your light will never diminish. All your people are righteous. You're all a branch of the planting, God's handiwork, all of you.
Imagine if we lived that way, remembering that we are all connected, we're all one.
Here's this week, 7th week, 7th message of consolation. Around my soul, clothes and garments, robes of justice and salvation. I am like a bridegroom, his priestly accessories, and a bride, her jewels. Like the garden, like the earth, God brings forth justice and praises before all nations. I will not rest nor hold my peace until we burn like a torch, and all the nations will see you will be called by a new name. The mouth of God will speak. You will be a jewel in the open hand of God. Go through the gates. Clear the way for people. You are sought and interpreted, expounded, a city not forsaken. You are carried all the days of old.
So, we're still in our countdown to the election, 43 days, but we're also nearing the new year, the moon, you can see the moon shrinking, at least visibly shrinking in the sky. And the next new moon will be Rosh Hashanah.
Okay, thanks for joining us. We'll bring we'll start drawing in the moon imagery now. I guess
Yeah,
it's time we
because
can start
It
doing
is
it.
time, because
There's pieces
what
about
is
that.
Nistar, what is hidden, will be revealed on the full moon of Sukkot.
Cool, yeah.
So be ready for something new. God knows we
Be
need it.
patient, because before then, it's somewhat false.
Yeah.
But by Sukkot, articulate.
Yeah.
Tell me what you know, what you've learned. See ya.
Have a great day.
Ciao, babies. Unless you have other plans.